Well, it was very inspiring, and he really emphasized we have to think differently, okay, from the top. Okay. So I'll be giving you a test before you leave here. What are you going to be thinking differently? Please take a seat. Okay. Well, we'd like to really take some questions from the floor, but before that, I just wanted to share with you one picture here. Okay? When I had the meeting with you, July last year, we promised that we'll be, doing more, of the business with Alibaba. Therefore, we are going to set up a dedicated team of, like 20 people to start with. And actually, it's very encouraging. People really volunteered from China and Japan. Okay? Is there anyone from this team in China? Oh, okay. Good. Yes. And they said to me, actually, they'll be moving to Hangzhou. We are now setting my office there. It's where Alibaba is located. So we'll be very close, physically and mentally, working together. And their commitment is, currently we have, business, actually our business with Alibaba is doubling every year, and it's about over $300 million now. And this team is going to make it $1 billion in 2 years. Wow. And if I can ask one question before we go to the questions, what is your specific kind of expectation for Shiseido, to work together, as you said at the end?
First of all, thank you for building this new team so efficiently, so quickly. I'm very passionate about this change. I think today, as I said, and when most of people look at internet and how to use the internet power, and people think more about the sales side, the demand side. But actually today, the key thing is how can we leverage the power of the insight about consumers, the consumer data, consumer insight, to change the supply side, to make the product different, make the product not only to meet the existing demand of the consumers, but also to create a new demand of the consumers.
New markets. Yeah.
So I think this team can play a very important role, can contribute a lot in make this happen in an efficient way, in a fast way. Actually, because in the fashion industry, actually people's taste actually change very fast. And maybe a lot of people will follow a product, a star product, because of word of mouth in several hours, in several days. But it's all about can we supply, can we get this opportunity and do the right supply in the right moment. So I think with this innovation team, with this setup, I think the China team and the global team will have more connection and make the whole Shiseido family understand more about China's change, China's young people's needs. I think this will create a lot of opportunities.
Oh, I see. Well, great. Thank you very much for sharing that. This is going to become a good sort of a gateway for us, so that we can think about the whole business system from supply chain, product development, R&D, everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's time for us to take some questions, if you have, from the audience. Okay. Okay. Oh, Angelica.
Hi, how are you? I'm Angelica Munson from the Digital Center of Excellence, and I just want to thank you for a very inspirational presentation. We had the opportunity to have Mike Hugh from FMCG Tmall present to us at our digital town hall in Kyoto, as well as Mooney Liu from Lazada. So we're very, very interested on how to continue to adapt to really work with Alibaba. My comment and question is really that there are several implications for the Shiseido brands. Everything from new retail, which is experience retail, how brands create content, how they market on the platform, and really how you use the power of data to create a consumer experience.
Yes.
Everything from your website pages to the pictures that you have to show to essentially your key opinion influencers and the long-form content. The other opportunity is definitely operational excellence. And you work so quickly with many brands on using artificial intelligence to develop products and forecasting. And we also know that you have a very large data scientist team, an army of data scientists in marketing. And my question is, how do you foresee the Shiseido Group partnering with you using our first-party data to really drive both services and further agility when it comes to product development?
Yeah, I think this is a very good question. I think the data is there, but how to create the value from the data is always a big question. But I would say, at least today we can start from several areas. First is about the customer management. So today, when people look at the data, it's all about the data of the customer, of the existing customers, what they purchase, how frequently they buy. But actually, in the internet, and when you have all the data of the people who potentially could be your new customers. And with their click, with their browsing, and with their bookmark, people show show different level of indication, different level of message to us, and which they want to interact with us. So how can we leverage the data of these things and to do a good marketing? I think, as I said, do good branding and do good marketing to convert this potential customer to your real customer. I think that's one thing. And also, of course, we also need to use the data to retarget and to serve our existing customers to complete a complete life cycle, a life journey. So I think this is for the marketing side. On the other side, I think the most important thing is still supply. Because why people come to Shiseido's, come to our store is because of our products, of our brand. So how to give people what they want, how to give people exceed their expectation. I think this should come from the product innovation. But this product innovation before digital era is all about, let's do the lab first. Let's do the experiment first. Let's do the close beta. Then we do some sampling and do some survey and for the test customers. But now, even with the digital platform, I just share with you one example. The way to do sampling could be totally different. Because online, you can try to target the right, the target group of people to do the sampling with 100% coverage. And you can get the right answer accurately from individuals. So this will essentially reduce the lead time to launch new products. This will totally change how to make the supply happen. So I think for these two areas, that's today what I see. And of course, we can do a lot to activize your existing resources offline in brick models. For example, like for BA, this is the very important, assets for all the beauty companies. But BA always standing at the counter and to interact with the customer in front of them. But how can we enable the BA to interact with the customers? Even they are not in store, with the live streaming, with the chatting. I think that's the new way. So that's why in China, I always said to my partners, don't stop your BA, stop your store associate use phone. Because yes, they may use phone for their private business, but if you do well, you can encourage them to use phone to interact with their customer, with your customer. So I think that's also create the new opportunities.
Oh, good to hear that. Yeah, it's quite insightful. Yeah. Okay. Is anyone from China? Okay.
早安，小姚子。
Hi.
Hi, this is Rebecca from China. I'm working in Innovation Center of Excellence now. So as you said, China's market is changing so fast. A brand or a product from raising to end, it probably costs only 1 year. So speak about innovation. So the speed is so quickly. So what kind of innovation is sustainable and can create consumer loyalty to the brand in long term, because it's changing too fast?
Well, I would say there is no perfect answer of what kind of innovation is sustainable. Because if we don't make it happen, we don't know whether it's sustainable or not. So we have to do it first. Then, of course, when we do it, we need to think, is the customer needs? So we need to think about from customer perspective, because we have the common actually we have the most important similarity is we are an interface to the customers. So because the customer needs, then create the demand, then create the supply. So if we believe this is customer need, if we can even forecast what customer need in the future, then which I think will create a sustainable supply, a sustainable innovation.
It looks to me, I mean, we have to keep innovating to be sustainable. Yeah, it's vice versa. So we were just talking about the innovation. But is there anyone from a innovation center, R&D? Oh, is somebody back over there?
Hi, my name is Toru Sakura of R&D department in Yokohama, group manager of the technical information development. Thank you for your great presentation for today, Daniel. Big challenge for innovative product and service required us think differently outside of conventional standard, and we are sometimes needed to take some level of risk that may lose money or customers' confidence or something. My question is, what is the most important things that we should remember and consider when we take a risk? It's a really difficult question, but.
It looks he's talking to me, actually.
No.
But let me try my answer first. I think this is a very complex question. It's a very tough question, but the answer is very simple, I think.
Yeah.
The answer is like, always think about the customers. Always try to get the first-hand customers' feedback in using the most efficient way. So then we can make change, because nobody can guarantee we do something this good for customers. Maybe we think it's all good, but customers' feedback is sometimes so-so. It's very common. So that's always try to get the first-hand information from customers as quick as possible.
Yeah, actually, your platform can get us very immediate reaction
Yes.
of the customers. Yeah.
Yes, so that's why I share with you that the way we even can help our brand partner to do the sampling, to do the survey, to do the beta test using a different way.
Yeah, it's interesting. If we are doing traditional ways, we have to produce a lot of product to be on the shelves first, in the retail stores, and then we do advertising, promotion, investing a lot of money, and then we just wait and see how customers are going to react to that. Then in 2 months, we say, it's not working well. Yeah. Okay. So with their kind of platform, we can really get the reactions today.
Yeah, you can get a real-time number.
The course.
Yeah, the real-time reaction from customers.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, if you want to volunteer to be in the team of Alibaba Investment, you're going to be most welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. I think we have time to have one more question over there.
Hi, my name is Tony Parisi from the Singapore SAPAC region. Thank you for being here. It's a privilege to have you here. I was intrigued about the part on retail and your interest to move into retail. And I was wondering if you could expand just a little bit more about that. It's intriguing because it kind of goes against the trend of what we are seeing, especially in Western Europe, with the growth of e-commerce. And I think I personally believe this is a huge opportunity to reinvent the concept of retail, getting into the lifestyle of how consumers live, work, and play. And I think that our category, in particular, beauty category, has a huge opportunity to re-look with a leader like yourself to really understand how do we interact with the consumer at the point of sale, improve that service level, drive a purchase, education, at the same time, then how do we link that back online and, again, offline? But I'd really be interested to understand how you foresee that going forward. Thank you.
Okay, I think this is a very big topic, but let me elaborate in a simple way. I think today, brick motors still play a very, very important role, in the retail world. I think this will last. I don't think brick motors will disappear. But the key thing is that how can we redefine the function, redefine the purpose of the brick motors? Because of the data technology and internet, can we make consumers have different experience when they are in store, when they are away from store? Can we do it differently? So today, when we look at the retail format, I think for some of the retail formats need to be redefined. And people are so understand this, take it granted that this is a shopping mall format, this is a department store format, but is it possible to create new formats? Because young people need more experience. Young people need more interaction. We need to create more kinds of, shopping consumer community in different formats to interact with the consumers more efficiently. Second, we have to digitalize all the elements in the brick models. I always said how to digitalize the customers, how to digitalize the merchandising products, how to digitalize the retail spaces, and to make a physical retail spaces to be a digital world. That's possible. Now we sitting in this conference room. We are in the digital world. I think all the Wi-Fi, AP, all the things are available. So I think all is possible, but it's all about can we think differently and make this happen. And but when we do all these things, again, that's not start from ourselves. That's start from our customers. To think about if we change all of this, we redefine all of this, we don't need a new definition, we don't need a new purpose, but we do need new customer experience. If we can create a new customer experience, then people will like it. I think that's the future of brick models.
See. And definitely, we want to be partnering, with Alibaba in that, development. Yeah, good. Okay, Jill, last question.
Hi, I'm Jill Scott-Mondry from USA.
Hi.
Who do you consider as your biggest competitor? And how do you differentiate? How do you see the differentiation of Alibaba and your competitor?
Well, let me start with your second question. I don't worry about our differentiation at all because we are so different. We are so unique. And when we get IPO, 2014, I said to my team, I said, for us, it's very difficult to be listed in the US because with my solid financial background, my experience told me that if you want to go to the capital market in the US, first, you use one sentence to describe your business model. Second, try to find a benchmark in the US market, then people know who you are. But okay, when you look at my presentation, it's very difficult to use one sentence to describe Alibaba. And you cannot find another one in the world and which is similar to us. So we are very, very unique, and we don't want to copy somebody else. We want to be ourselves. So, but in terms of competitors, I would say, actually, there is no single one in exactly the same world with us because we are in so many areas. But I would say today, the trend is that in the world, you can see both in the US, in China, in the first and second largest economy in the world, there are a couple of platform companies, which is very, very interesting phenomenon. And the US, you see the Apple, you see the Facebook, Google, and Amazon. And in China, we have two big platforms. I think in the future, platform economy will be the trend. But to be a good platform, I think the most important thing is mission. So we do a platform not for ourselves, we do a platform for the whole society, for the benefit for the whole society, for the benefit for our business partners, for the benefit of our consumers. I think that's the most important thing, to be a good platform.
Okay, good. Well, again, I like to say, this is a special privilege for us to have, Daniel, CEO of Alibaba, just coming to talk to us. And I feel even more, obviously, motivated to work with Alibaba, not only just for simply China region, but for the entire Shiseido group. So again, thank you very much, Daniel, for being here. Thank you. Well, please. And want to celebrate because Daniel is now going to succeed the chairman of Alibaba, Jack Kumar, in September. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
好，谢谢，谢谢。
for technical. So again, thank you very much
Thank you.
for being with us today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. Please give a big round of applause.